be with this Doradas, new Dorada shad. Flipping heck. So I've been travelling for a day and a half to get here, but definitely worth it. I know the place, I've fished this area before, so it's really nice to be back. And I think it's even nicer when you've been injured for a while and you're really missing the fishing, so it's good to get out. I'm in a new location, on the same island I normally stay. That's the mainland over there, you can see, and this big estuary. So I'm just on this island here. And from here I'm going to get picked up and dropped out at a few islands to do my fishing. Last time I was here I did get into some really nice rooster fish, which to be honest has got to be your main target when you're out here. Also enjoy catching the jacks, but the rooster's definitely top of the list, but really no guarantees when you're out here. You might not even see anything, but that's what I hope to hit, and anything else really that's around. It's just good to get away again and do some fishing. It's good to be back. So after arriving at the island, the first session very nearly didn't happen. There's a bit of a misunderstanding with the guy that takes me out to the rocks, Shumbo. He normally takes me out in his boat, drops me off on a rock, and either fishes or comes and picks me up a little bit later if he's got to do something. There's a bit of misunderstanding with the 24-hour clock, and I told him what time we were fishing, so I've gone there in the afternoon after I'd arrived, and he didn't turn up. Did manage to find a replacement at the last minute and just get out for a little fish. I was really tired anyway, but I definitely wanted to get out there, get a few casts. It's been a long time since I've done some serious fishing after hurting the ankle. I'd fished a little bit in the summer in Portugal, but yeah, I was really keen to get out there and make the most of the week. It's quite high. Yeah, a bit more. Pouco mais. Pouquinho mais. Aí. Gracias. Yeah, you can throw me that. Gracias, señor. Atilo. Okay, atilo. Okay. Okay, so I eventually got out here with a bit of a misunderstanding. So first cast is going to be with this Dorada, this new Dorada shad. It looks so nice, I just had to put it on. I'm going to try some top water as well, of course, but I just wanted to try this first. Then I'm going to put on the Enticer minnow, I guess. It just looks amazing here. The watercolor is beautiful. Just test the drag first. It's perfect. Okay, beautiful conditions. It's overcast. Not too hot. Normally it's boiling out here. Let's get up a bit higher. So this is a 120 gram. It's quite a big one. So I'm using the Travel Maximal. This is a 6-piece 12-foot rod, cast 60 to 200 grams. So I'm going to be using basically between this one and the normal to do. Okay, so I've just come round to this other side, but it's a bit rougher. I haven't got long because it gets cut off, but I just want to give it a few casts here just to see if there's anything close into the edge. I think on this trip I'm more than likely going to be switching between the Enticer minnow and the shads. Right, there's some real different colours. There's pink, black, white, that's an Enticer, and this Dorada. So I did have a couple of follows on the pink. So it'll be interesting to see. I know there's a fish down there interested or following. Good one. That's a jack, I think. Saw it shoot out. Oh no, it's off. You know what? It just didn't feel like it was on. So a really nice jack hit that. I had it on for about 15 seconds or so, but it didn't feel right. It did feel quite loose, so I don't think I'd hooked it really well. Well, that one definitely committed to the Dorada colour. That was probably about the 4th cast. The pinker had a follow and a hit. Another hit, I don't believe it. Another hit, shit! So I'm getting some action, but nothing's connecting. They're sort of half hitting it. I can't stay here long because I'm going to get cut off. I've been tapping for me last year and it was quite nervy, especially with this ankle. There's something there. Okay, it's not as big a jack, but it's not bad. Flipping heck, he went off there like a rocket. It's best to bring them up. Okay, so I finally got one in. This one's not as big as the one I had on at first. That was a nice one. I mean, this isn't bad. Put up a good bit of a fight at the end there. He shot right off once he knew he was coming in. So yeah, it seems to make a difference with this Dorada colour. Definitely got quite a few hits, and as I said, I had a good one on. So I might have 1 or 2 more casts from here, but I've got to get away from this spot because as you get cut off, as you can see over there. I'll have a look. So I was looking forward to getting back with Shumbo the next day. He's pretty reliable as they go out there. And yeah, these guys, they'd been hitting the shots pretty hard and they were wasted by the time they picked me up at dark. Didn't even know if they were coming back. Okay, hey, yeah. Okay, gracias. So yeah, so Shumbo come to collect me, crack of dawn the next morning. I always like to make an early start. It can be the best time of the day. Yeah, I definitely had roosters on my mind, but with it only being a 1-week trip, you know, you really never know if you're going to see them. I've been 2 weeks before where you haven't even seen a rooster. You've always got other fish as a backup, like your jacks, and there's other stuff around, snappers and you know, Sierra mackerel, stuff like that. And there's quite a few other species you could pick up, and most of them are going to give you a really good fight, especially the jacks, of course.
Olá, bom dia.
I don't see nothing, man. Okay, wait. So it's my first real morning out here. I arrived yesterday. I came out for a session, got into a couple of jacks. One got off the hook and got a smaller one in. But I was absolutely exhausted, to be honest. So it's great to be out here today because I'm really in the mood to fish. Just going to try starting off around these edges. I think today I'm definitely going to be fishing a lot of top water as well, trying to get a hook up with a rooster if possible. But I definitely like fishing around the edges first thing in the morning. The big jacks, snapper, and then I'll spend a lot of time casting top water. Okay, so I've been here a good half an hour more, I'd say. Just had a few hits. I guess the smaller jacks around the other side, but I've come around this side now. The wind's picking up, which I think isn't a bad thing, keep it a bit cooler as the sun really gets high. Well, it's not the easiest place to bring a fish in here, spot, but as the tide's coming up, it's one of the only spots I can fish. Okay, I'm on to something. Just want to set that hook well. Let's go around this corner here. Test for the travel rod anyway. Must be a jack, I guess, I don't know. I think of where to try and bring this in now. Let's have a look, should get a look at it at least now. Certainly don't want to come in. Yeah, it's a jack, alright. No wonder it's so strong. Nice jack there, Jack Crevalle on the shad. This is the Dorada shad. Getting some good confidence in this lure already. Yeah, put up a nice fight there. Not the easiest place to get it out. And yeah, hook just dropped out of his mouth. Just hung it there as it came in, so they're not the easiest spot to get them out of here as the tide's coming up, but I'm going to get this one back in quickly, and at least I'm onto a fish to start with, hopefully more to come. Nice to get into a fish early on. I'll stay with this shad for a little while, and then I'm going to probably put on a bigger setup, maybe the other setup, and just cast some big top waters at distance and see if there's any roosters passing by. It's still a great time for snapper, jacks and stuff around the, you know, the backwash at the moment. I'm hoping it's going to stay overcast a bit. The sun might break through, but hopefully it'll stay like this. But I do love rainy season. If you get the rod at the right angle and you just hold it here, so easy to retrieve if you get the right balance when you're up on a bit of a height. Just looking away at that moment, wonder what that is. Feels like a jack. Not a bad size one. Oh no, he wants to go around that point. Going around those rocks. Have to let it go out. Yeah, I've got to get around that point now, otherwise it's going to cut me off. A lot of rocks around there. I'm trying to get it up a bit. Oh, slippery as heck here. like a jack there. Yeah, looks like a jack. Get it up here. It's quite a good jack. It's a decent jack. Okay, it's a nice jack, a bigger one this time. It took me right around the point there, so I had to get around, and thought I might lose it at one point, but managed to bring it in a break in the a sort of cut in the reef there, and just land him up there. But he looks to be bleeding. I'm going to check it out. If it's something bad, then I'll keep it and eat it today. No, I don't know how it bent that hook out. That is crazy. These are strong hooks. I'm out here testing some travel rods, so made it a lot easier traveling over this time. It was, you know, it was nice to travel simple for a change. You could get in taxis easy and whatever. We've got the To-Do 6-piece 12-foot travel, which is actually in stock now, and I'm going to be using that a lot. And I'm also going to be testing out the Expanse, which is the lighter version, also 12-foot and 6-piece, and then the Maximal, which is the heavier version, which is the 60 to 200 gram version. It's pretty slippery down here, and this is a spot that, well, I can't stay really slippery. I can't stay too long here, as it gets really cut off quick, tides come up quick. So I thought I'd start the session here. It's so slippery, these rocks out here. I'll be really careful. I'm not really used to these boots as well. Using these boots, because what happens to my ankles is to get a bit of support while I'm fully strengthening it up. I was undecided where to go today. I was going to go further out. I was thinking to a place where I got a big rooster last time. I've also had roosters here, so difficult to say really. It's hard to know with the swell sizes. Out the other spot I do need a bit of swell. I like it to have a bit of swell out there, so I thought it wasn't that big enough today, but I think it could be bigger than yesterday. Starting off with the shad, which I've been doing really well with this shad, this Dorada airbrushed. I normally start off with the subsurface, work around the edges first thing in the morning, and then get more and more top water as as the sun comes up. There's some nice backwash here. It's literally sunrise now. So next morning there was no roosters about, but I did manage to get into a nice table sides Kibera snapper, and I also got it on the drone actually, which was good. I always get pretty nervous putting up the drone, and with good cause, as I did nearly lose it. Onto a jack there. Got to put, is it a jack? That's it. Why you need to reach. It's definitely a snapper. Snapper. A nice Kibera snapper. I just put the drone up actually, maybe I got it on film. Forgot to start the other camera. But anyway, I'm going to have this one for dinner, because these are really nice to eat. So yeah, let's get back at it, see if there's anything more about. I put the drone in sort of an automatic program. For some reason it didn't have the avoid objects activated. I don't think it had one on this drone, and it ended up hitting the ridge behind me and just crashing up there.
Okay, I didn't plan on this, getting my drone stuck.
It was a bit of a nightmare. It's very steep rocks, and I did try to climb up there, but the rocks were falling down, and it got to a point where if I fell from that spot, it wasn't going to be good. So I thought it's just not worth it for a drone, and I had to think of another way to try to get it back.
Fucking hat. That's really not good. With all the rain coming down.
I tried from the back side of the ridge, but it ended in bushes, which I had no idea what was below, if they were connected to anything. I mean, it was a very thin ridge. I don't think it's even possible to get through.
That doesn't look good. It doesn't look like I hoped. But I can give it a go. If it gets too bad, I'll definitely be turning back, because it's not worth the risk for a drone. But I definitely want to give it a good go. See if I can get to it. It looks pretty bad here. It looks pretty bad here. Those bushes, they don't look passable. No, I don't know if there's a drop there. Shit. Should go back. Just not worth the risk. There's in those bushes there. I don't know if it's a sheer drop and just bushes between rocks.
So I decided to carry on fishing, just have a little bit of a think about it, see if I could think of any other ideas how I could get it down. And yeah, then I come up with the idea of casting for it up there with, I don't know if it's a fat minnow or the enticer, big one, see if I could get it down that way.
Okay, so I'm trying to get the drone this way. I think I've basically nearly got it. It's just stuck behind it in the bush. I don't want to pull too hard. Just got to get one of those hooks somehow to hook on that. There it is. It's coming. Oh, I got the plant instead. Oh, I've nearly got it. I'm sure I've got a chance if I can hook it and get it a bit closer. Oh, I can get it a bit closer. I think I can reach it with the rod. I'm on it again. I'm moving it. I'll get it down, don't break. Oh shit, that's not good. Might have survived if I'm lucky. I can't believe it seems to be working.
Fishing for the roosters from the islands is really a case of persistence. You've got to spend a lot of time casting blind for hours on end and just hoping that those roosters are going to pass by. It's not like where you're on beaches and you could maybe move up and down the beach following the birds, and you know, so if they're hitting some bait and cast to that, you're just really basically in one place. You can move around the island, of course, but you're pretty limited. So probably the best bet I've always found is to do a bit of moving around, but find a really good spot where you think there's going to be fish passing by. There might be a current there, some wave action causing some backwash around the rocks, something like that, especially a current, and you just got to sort of sit it out, and at one point you know they could pass by.
Okay, I've just changed spots for a couple of reasons. I do like this spot. It's a little bit calm around here, but not for that reason. This is a spot I found some years back, and got into some roosters here when everywhere else was quiet, so I know there's a chance. But where I was fishing, the tide was getting up high and the swell was quite big, and it would have been really difficult to get any fish out there. So I thought I'd give it a go here, and also there's quite a lot of shade, which is a good thing. So there's no clouds today, so a bit of shade is brilliant. It can actually help you catch more fish because you can just last longer. But they will see this top water lure. So it's not quite as deep here, and it's a little bit glassier, and anything passing by is going to see the lure quite easily. Better for casting here. Flipping out, what was that? Shit. Flipping heck. That's a good fish. Shit. Strong. Coming right in here. Shit. Don't come in there. That's a good jack. Oh yeah, nice jack. Boy, it came out of the water as it took the lure. Pretty glad I came here now. There's another one following it. I think he'll be ready to come in there. Well, I'm really glad I just changed spots there. I was in what looked like a brilliant spot, but as the tide was getting up, I thought it was a good idea to move away because it would have been so difficult to land a fish. And I just know about this spot here, and I just had a feeling to come here. It's got the bonus of being in the shade. I got almost straight into this really nice Jack Crevalle, put up a really good fight. Just literally came out of the water when he hit it. That was on the 90-gram enticer with two singles on a swivel, but I'm going to get him back in now. There he goes. I swam off really good.